or less grams of trans fat per serving that they don't have to label it. So I just want to make sure that you guys are aware and conscious consumers. The last thing that I want to talk to you guys about is fiber. I know everyone's probably heard about fiber and that it's important in our diets. Who knows where fiber comes from? Just from the video.
Fruits and vegetables.
Fruits and vegetables and whole grains and beans. Exactly. So in this video, they go over saying you need to be eating more whole foods, which contain fiber in its full form, rather than food products. But if you do decide that you want to eat a cereal bar or something of that line, you can make a good choice about fiber. And the rule of thumb is to get 3 grams of fiber for every 100 to 120 calories. And that's really simple for you to do. You just look on the back of the food label, as he was showing you, and you just look down, you can see it, you'll see fiber. And just make sure you check that off. Because if you look at a lot of products, they have 0, 1 gram of fiber, and you think that it's something healthy for you, it's a cracker or something, but you really need to be paying attention to that. Fiber is extremely important for our health, helps with digestion, it lowers your risk for colon cancer, it actually will decrease your appetite and make you feel full, and it's just something that we need to be getting into our diet, but unfortunately, a lot of the processed foods that we're eating just don't have it. Are there any questions for me so far? Yes? That's a very good question. You can, but I've been doing some research on this, and it can be beneficial, but I would recommend eating it in its full form, because when you do take fiber by itself, it doesn't have all the other nutrients that are used for the body to use it, and it can lead to constipation, it can lead to some other problems that you might not want, and you definitely need to increase your fluid intake if you're going to be eating the fiber supplement. Yeah. All right, so I'm just going to end this presentation saying thank you very much for letting me come up here and talk. I hope that this was informative. I hope that you guys will take something away from this. It's just 3 simple steps. I'll reiterate one more time. The first one is, if there is sugar in the first 3 ingredients on the food label, it's a dessert. Think about that. It's okay to have it every once in a while, but do you want to be eating desserts all day? I don't think so. Second one is to never, ever eat trans fat. It's been linked to cardiovascular disease, stroke, and an increase in diabetes. That's something that is huge right now. It's rampant in our country, and we can do something about it by making the food choices that will eliminate that. And I think that California has been doing a good job with the label laws, and I'd like to continue to see more progress in that direction. And the last is to get 3 grams of fiber for every 100 calories. Just keep those 3 little rules in the back of your head the next time you go to the grocery store, and you'll be a lot better off. Thank you very much.
Red rice is better than brown rice now. So, have you heard that?
I have not.
Okay.
I know that brown rice, it tends to have it's higher in fiber, and it tends to have more of the nutrients than the counterparts of white rice, but I don't know about red rice.
Well, I heard a doctor on TV say that red rice yeast has been lowering cholesterol.
Okay.
One of the ladies at the gym said her husband was diagnosed with, she was Asian, with high blood pressure. And I kept thinking, well, I think Asians would have more high blood pressure because they eat rice every day. And rice, turns into sugar, that's starch. But she said her husband now is eating red rice, and it's better than brown rice. And I'd never heard of it.
That's very interesting. I've never also looked that up, but that's really interesting.
Yeah.
It might have to do with some of the other vitamins that are in it, as well as the fiber.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Are there any other questions for me?
Yes, I have one more.
Yes.
What's that restaurant? I didn't get the name of it.
It's called Herbivore, and it's a vegan restaurant in downtown Berkeley.
It's called what?
Herbivore.
Can you spell that?
Herbivore. Herbivore, like carnivore herbivore.
Okay,
Yes.
great.
Yes, gentleman in the back.
Could you explain to us the relationship with honey and sugar?
Honey and sugar?
Yeah, just nutritional context. You speak it up. I've
Yeah.
heard and read different things, and honey's real good, great. We know all the good things about honey, but on the other end, it said something like it crystallizes, it's like sugar. I'm not sure if that's accurate.
My understanding with honey is it is a much better alternative to some of the more refined sugars, white sugar, high fructose corn syrup. It is still a sugar, and so it definitely still will have the same effect on your bloodstream, except that it has other vitamins and minerals with it that can help to slow the absorption of it. So it is a better choice. Honey is a better choice than regular sugar.
Can you add to that pure maple syrup,
Definitely.
grade A?
Yeah.
How does that compare to the sugar in the honey? Since
I've been told that maple syrup in its pure form is also a good alternative. So we're looking at agave, maple syrup, honey as being good alternatives because they are packaged with other vitamins and minerals that help to absorb it into the body. So I would agree with that.
Piggyback off that. If you're gonna eat honey, get honey that you can't see through. That's refined. Honey that you can see through, like in the bear, the clear honey is refined. It means it's been processed already. The honey that you get, you want to be able to, you want it to be cloudy. You can buy raw honey, and it actually has medicinal benefits for you. It adds antibiotics to you, which helps you as opposed to breaking down your system. So like instead of getting the cheap honey, just spend a little bit more money and use less of it because it's sweeter than the regular honey.
Thank you. That's perfect. Yes.
I wanted to piggyback on that. While honey is really beneficial for you, it is dangerous to infants a year and younger because it has a bacteria in it that can kill them.
Thank you. I'm really enjoying the comments that you guys are all giving because studying nutrition is always a learning process, and I have come to really appreciate that. Everybody always has something to bring to the table. I'm not a know-it-all, but I just like to be up here and share what I know so that you guys can make better choices, but I really appreciate you all giving your input as well.
I have something to say about honey, which I think is also a testimony. And I didn't hear everything that Christian has said, but nevertheless, honey, you guys asked whether it's a good substitute other than doing granulated sugar. Honey is horrible for the body. Okay? Propaganda has it where it's a good, you know, the whole nature thing says that honey is good, but honey is horrible for the body. Matter of fact, I am a vegan, and I got off of sugar, granulated sugar, 10 years ago. And when I did take it out of my diet, my immune system was boosted as well as I lost 35 pounds. But the bottom line is, I resorted to honey. I started doing honey, you know, because of the propaganda that it's so good and it's healthy and it's natural. Honey is the heave of the bee. That's what it is. That's what the bees leap over. That's what's good for them. If you gave a baby or child honey, it would congest them and actually can kill them. And what it did for me in wanting to live healthy and live right and things of that nature, I went and did honey, and I was diagnosed with borderline diabetic because I was doing the honey with everything I ate. When I drink hot water, lemon and honey. That's what I was doing. Even when I ate my pancakes, maple syrup, I did it with honey. Well, I was diagnosed as a borderline diabetic, and that staggered me. I took the honey out of my diet because I read in this book about the honey being horrible for the body. And it inflamed my pancreas to the point it destroys the pancreas. And you know, we as a people are prone to have these diseases such as diabetic, high blood pressure, cholesterol, and all those things. If we include honey into our diet, you can actually escalate your diabetes. You need to remove it out of your diet. And I'm a personal experience as to what it did for me, and as well as what the gentleman who wrote the book, who shared it with me, and that was in the book called the Master Cleanse.
right.
The Master Cleanse that was in there. He said, do not do honey. And I experienced it, and I'm a living witness. I've taken it out of my diet, and my pancreas is perfect. I do not have diabetes. To date, I do not have diabetes. Okay? And it's a wonderful thing. But I just want to make that comment on it because I'm a person that's actually want to live as far as what we put in this body. Okay? And that's very important. And that's why this event is all here. It's an educational event. So thank you very much. I won't take a long time.